What is up everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at Dogecoin, which is currently up 1% now. The entire market is just consolidating as it was Easter weekend and Easter Monday. We have some news to discuss and we're going to be taking a look at where the entire market is going over the next few days and week. But before we do so, make sure you guys go check out the Discord down below. I'll leave a link to it in the description. You can see on the screen right now just how many trades our members have been winning. It's been absolutely insane. We've had over an 85% win rate. So yeah, make sure you join up. First link in the description. Now back to the video. So overall, Dogecoin has just been consolidating, as we said in the intro. It hasn't really moved since March. Sure, we went up to 20 cents, then back down to 13, but overall we've just ended back to where we initially started in mid-March. Overall, we got some big news today, which was that the Pope passed away. So yeah, the market I don't think really reacted to it in any sort of way. It did end up selling off today. The S&P is down 3.3%. Bitcoin is up 2%. However, it was up significantly more. We did see a pump during midnight and then just sort of consolidated, hit a peak of 88,000, have since dropped back down just to under 87, and that was really followed by a lot of altcoins like ETH, but all other altcoins have just instantly dropped back down. I think there's been all altcoins have significantly dropped, and that's because dominance is continuously rising, which isn't good to see at all. But again, it's not something that's really in our hands. And if we take a look back at Dogecoin overall, I think entries at 15 cents is relatively good, and anywhere lower as well. Again, we usually follow a three-step DCA entry. First one usually is somewhere, well, it's most likely to hit like 15 cents. We've already hit, so we're already entered in there. Second entries are at like 12, 13 cents, somewhere around here. Third entries are going to be very, very low, where if the market continues to dump, like 9 cents right here is where we have a third entry. So it's really, really important to have these DCA entries in case the worst of the worst does come for the market. However, in 3 weeks we do have an FOMC meeting, which if we get rate cuts, then we'll probably see the market reverse back up very, very quickly. And not only that, but that will also snowball effect other things like the tariffs between China and the US, as well as the Russia and Ukraine war, to get peace deals and tariff deals and everything like that, as Trump is significantly trying to negotiate and sort of postpone the tariff negotiations, or even worsen them for now to get those rate cuts, which we aren't getting currently. So yeah, we're going to be having to wait for those once they do come. Now on Bitcoin, we talked about how it's most likely going to come up to this area like 91, maybe 89,000, and then dump back down. It looks like it's doing so right now. However, if it is able to break through, then again we're most likely going to continue going up, but I think that's only going to happen when we get that news. Again, this entire dump has been news driven, so we need something to drive it back up, and that's usually news. If we're unable to break through, then we're probably going to come back down to 74, maybe even 69,000, depending on how bad the market conditions get. I know Trump hasn't been getting along very well with Jerome Powell, especially over the media. I think today reports came out of Trump calling Jerome a loser and so on and so forth, which isn't great. Most likely means we won't get rate cuts in May, but again, it all depends on whether we get at least two. Hopefully there's going to be 3 back-to-back FOMC meetings, so we get 2 out of the 3, that will be very, very good, whether that's June and July, or May and June. If we get 1, it probably won't be as great, but still the market would much rather prefer that. If we get none, then the market will hate that, and we're going to continue dipping most likely. So that's what we're sort of waiting for. Other meme coins again have been performing incredibly bad in comparison to Doge. Doge is still holding some of its gains from the lows, whereas a lot of these altcoins, apart from Pepe, Shiv is back down to the lows nearly. Dog with Hat has given back everything, and Dog with Hat, actually there is a lot of good shorts to be found here. Whenever it sees any sort of rally back up, shorts are really, really good because it instantly comes back down, as is evident in every single dip that we see and every single rally that we see. Other coins I'm going to be keeping an eye on this week will include Polygon, up 5% today, has been in this downtrend. Will be interesting to see whether it can continue going up. HBAR as well, just sat at this resistance level right now, which was previously a support. It will be interesting to see whether it comes back down to like 12 cents or whether it can continue going up. Other coins like Fetch as well saw a very, very good week and overall month this April. Hopefully it can continue going to like 88 cents, somewhere around there. API 3 saw a huge rally, now has just been consolidating after the dump. XRP also just consolidating at this resistance level. Sui sat at support, next target it's like 285. Render, same thing as Fetch, has just been consolidating up quite well. Hopefully it is able to carry that momentum up. Polkadot sat at the support, moved up slightly. Anything under $4 is a great buy in my opinion. AVAX sat at a resistance level right here on this black Fibonacci at 0.788 or 0.786. Solana sat at the support right now, next target to 165. ETH has been absolutely underperforming, but I think is very, very undervalued here. Also just sat at a support. Now, if you did enjoy the video, please do make sure to like and subscribe, as it does help out a ton. And if you want to be copying my trades every single day, then check out the Discord down below. If you need a place to buy, sell, or trade cryptocurrency for the lowest fees with the best sign-up bonuses, then check out all the exchanges we're working with down below. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, guys.